Hello and welcome to this week's Friday Focus, where we've got a special guest, Kye Thomson, standing in for Graham Munsey. Thanks very much, Kye.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it's a fantastic KOC Semi Final tonight. The final score: Edinburgh Monarchs 47, Redcar Bears 43, and a fantastic night. Lots of incidents early on after a unfortunate rain shower just about an hour before tapes up, but the racing got going and got really good later on, and we built up a bit of a lead, but we let it kind of drift away a bit in the end, Kye.
Yeah, that's right. Conditions were very tough tonight. I struggled big time at the start, but I was able to sort things out. But yeah, the Redcar Bears team, they were coming on strong halfway through the meeting, just a bit like us with Oxford on Wednesday night, and yeah, they really sorted out track conditions and they were able to get off them soft, sloppy starts. So yeah, it was looking good for us for a little bit there, and yeah, then we just seemed to let it slip away, and yeah, it was all about that first turn.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the other big news tonight is Sam Masters back, and 9+1. I mean, if we're looking at Sam's scores all season, we're maybe slightly disappointed, but understandable, and he's only dropped points really in those big heats, 13 and 15. It must be great to have him back in the pits.
Yeah, it's great to have him back, and it's hats off to him. Like the injury he had and what I seen with his collarbone, and to be back in 3 weeks it's a big call, and he wants to do it for his team, for Edinburgh and himself, and yeah, 9+1, you can't complain, and I know what he's capable of, and it was good enough to I'd still be better than any guess we could get.
Definitely, and he was there in the pits on Wednesday night, roaring us on to that, securing those playoffs, which is fantastic. So we've still got lots to race for this season.
Yeah, that's right. It's a good feeling knowing now that we've made the playoffs, and yeah, we're going to have him on our side going into them. Yeah, it's a good feeling, and it gives us confidence.
And for yourself, 7+1, a difficult start, but then we got better, and
yeah,
and a hard race against Richard Lawson in Heat 12.
Yeah, that's right. It was tough the start on the ground a couple of times, and yeah, obviously vision wasn't good, and yeah, I struggle on wet tracks, and I need to sort that out. But yeah, I obviously turned the thing around a bit, but obviously too late. You only get 4 rides, and yeah.
But you still did a fantastic pass on Kyle Newman in that Heat 12 to limit the damage and make sure we go to Redcar with the lead.
Yeah, that's right. We had a team talk, and we just said every point we need to salvage, and it's not a good gap to take there, and we needed to knuckle down. But yeah, they kept coming strong, and yeah, they were on a 5-1 in my Heat 12, and I couldn't let that happen. And so I tried hard, and I was able to get him on the line.
Yeah, 2 or 3. I mean, there was fantastic races there from 11 through to 15. Absolutely brilliant. And your team partner, Paco Castagna, with a man of match performance, probably his best ride at Armadale this year.
Oh, 100%. He was on fire, and following him in the earlier stages of the meeting, and yeah, he had some speed. So, but yeah, on that last Heat 14 with him heading for the dirt, I couldn't believe it. He usually likes staying on the inside and loves to slip, but he headed there because he knew he needed to win, and that was the line, and yeah, he went for it.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Obviously, been watching Josh in those early races, and yourself. I think last match here you did the same. So and Josh again, 13 points. He's become the real part of that team leadership in the team.
Yeah, that's right. Josh always gives it 120%, and yeah, not for only for the team. He wants to do it himself. Like, he wants to always put double digits on his score chart, and yeah, you can always rely on him to go out there and win a race, and if he's not, he's real trying. Yeah,
you certainly couldn't try any harder. There's real scraping the boards and a couple of fantastic passes. There's one I didn't think he got there, but the replay showed clearly he got there. But another fantastic one for Josh, and Graham took the opportunity to speak to him after the meeting.
So Josh, obviously 4 points. The Monarchs would have been looking for more, but everyone knows how Redcar rides. Everyone knows the job to do. We've got results there in the past, so we'll go down there in a fortnight, pretend it's 0-0 at Heat 1 and see where it takes us.
Yeah, definitely. They're a tough outfit, and bringing Richard Lawson tonight, I don't know how many points he scored, but being Heat 15, he obviously scored a few. A lot of points we let go tonight we probably shouldn't have, and I think we probably had, correct me if I'm wrong, but we probably had near 10 race winners. And we didn't have enough backup in them race winners to stretch the margin that we needed. And it goes to show you when they only have, say, 5 or 6 race winners to only be 4 points behind, it just goes to show you that they were filling the minor places every time, so that's something that we need to go to Redcar with a good attitude and as you said, nil all and take it from there. But I can't remember, we've won there before, so it's a track I enjoy going to. Kye's had a bit of issues there in the past, but he can ride the place well, and I think we'll go okay.
And of course, conditions the same for both teams, but pretty much the worst case scenario for any Speedway meetings, an absolute downpour about an hour before. That made it a bit slippery to start. We've seen a couple of offs, but by the end of the night, there was some grip out there on that outside line that you were gunning for.
Yeah, exactly. It was a bit tricky. We haven't actually had the track like this all year because we've been gifted with weather. If it's rained, it's had to be rained off. So to have a bit of a heavy dirt line out there, and obviously when things are going quick, I'm out heat 11, heat 13, then heat 15. It's hard to think sometimes what I need to do with my bike, but since I've had 5 minutes to myself and sort of had to think of what I could have done better, I definitely could have made a change, I think, now, and it probably could have helped me with that middle of the corner. I was coming in, I had a lot of speed. I had a lot of speed at the end of the corners. At the end of the straights, but then as I hit the mid corner, my bike would die a little bit, and when you cop and roost, and Louis didn't put a foot wrong in 13 and 15, it made it very hard.
Still, though, at the end a pretty good week for the Monarchs, of course. Went down to Oxford and went 10 points down, and then you decided you were just going to win every heat you're in the rest of the way, and that guaranteed us the playoffs, so we've got that to look forward to as well. Yeah,
it was one of them nights where everything went my way. Only dropping the 1 point from 6, it was nice to do, but tonight I dropped a couple and it annoyed me, but anyway, it's the way it goes, and I'm feeling good again. It's been a busy couple of months, or 3 months really. I've done 59 meetings this year, but I've done like 45 in the last 12 or 11 weeks. So it's been very busy, and I've enjoyed it, but it's been a bit tiring. So I've just had 4 days off in a row, and it's easier for me to calm down and chill out and get everything ready again. So I have Poland on Sunday for the second leg of the playoff semi-final against Poznan, and then fly back Monday morning to race Kings Lynn. So no rest.
And of course, Sam back in the pits tonight, only 3 weeks back, you could see he was still feeling after effects, but it must just give everyone else in the team a bit of lift when they look over and see the captain and pit be number one.
Mate, he's 3 weeks, since he's been off the bike, and broken collarbone this side, dislocated shoulder this side. If I was a football player, he'd be out for 3 seasons. So 3 weeks, he's back, and he's doing his part. And as you said, just having him in the pits, it just gives us that strength that we need. And I always feel a lot more pressure's off me line up in heat 13, line up with 15, knowing I've got him with me. So it's just the best thing is he's got the rust out of the skin now, and he can chill out tomorrow. And then obviously we fly to Poland together and probably go for a bit of physio treatment or something like that to make sure he's sweet. And then Sunday we'll go again.
Well done tonight, Josh, and we'll see what we can do with him in the second leg.
Thanks very much.
So Josh there, knowing we can go down to Redcar and still pick up that win, and we're still in this meeting even though it's only a 4 point lead.
Yeah, that's right. We've showed before that we can be really strong at Redcar, and especially last year quarterfinals. Same thing. We were able to I think, what was it, a 10-point lead we put on them at Redcar. So there's no reason we can't do it again. And but yeah, we're just going to be under pressure, and I think that'll make us more hungry to get a win there at Redcar.
Yeah, I think we only lost by 6 early in the season, and for a lot of guys it was virtually their first match of the season, so lots of good prospect there. Yep. But for Redcar themselves, I mean, they look like the meeting might get away from them a wee bit, but they've come through strongly, and Lewis Kerr's finished the meeting really well in heats 13 and 15.
Yeah, they really did, and it's not too often you see Sam and Josh at the back for very long, but they were smart enough. They knew the lines, they knew where Josh was going, and yeah, they were able to bring back more points.
Yeah, finished strongly, and Richard Lawson, a strong guest, was certainly they didn't miss Eric Riss with Richard in the team. Charles Reitman, I don't think he actually did that bad, 3 second places, and then losing in heat 13. He's good rider, but what probably did it well for them tonight was that reserve Kyle Newman and Jordan Jenkins piling up 14 points.
Yeah, it's a strong reserve there with Kyle Newman. He's been around for many years and knows what to expect and what to do, and yeah, he's a very good rider, and they're lucky to have him at reserve, and especially their guest star tonight is probably the best 3 you could get in the league.
Nah, that's all good. And obviously they lost Casper Anderson earlier on, and we did have a few spills earlier. How did you find the track yourself?
Yeah, I struggled big time. It was a bit of an eye opener. I fell off into turn 3. It was a little bit. The vision wasn't that great, but yeah, the slipperiness on that base was something else. So that I've never really experienced around here. So it was very tough, and it caught a few people out.
Yeah, and as I say, fair play to Redcar. I mean, it was threatening. We're 8 points ahead. I don't think we quite got to 10. We were 8 ahead at Heat 9. We were, as I say, threatening to get away, but they finished the meeting really strongly with Lewis Kerr winning Heat 13 and 15. And Graham took the opportunity to speak to Lewis after the meeting.
Well, in football they say a game of 2 halves. I guess that was a meeting of 2 halves where you first 3 you're struggling a little bit, and then 2 big wins in Heat 13 and 15.
Yeah, we had some sort of major clutch problems tonight, and I couldn't have any motor on the starts without it like pulling me into the tapes. So we came in after my first 3, and we're trying to fix that. Fortunately, in 13 and 15, I never had the problems and made a start. I felt good all night. I was in traffic, but the big races I got the job done.
And then a 4-point deficit for the Bears. Probably would have taken that on the way up the road. Leaves it all to race for in the second leg, and I guess maybe from a Bears' point of view, going home, it's going to be tough, but you class yourself as favourites now to make the final.
Yeah, it's tough. Everybody likes the red card track, so it's like we always have tight meetings there. So can't get complacent at all. So we'll treat it like any other meeting.
And of course, Kel Newman's come in this week. He won a heat at Poole. I think it was 6 points tonight. He's given a big boost at the bottom end. Him and Jordan, 14, I think it was between them. You get that for reserve at any match, you've got a chance.
Absolutely, yeah. We needed that, and it's only Carl's second time on the bike in like 8 weeks, so he's going to get better every time out. So it's just what we needed.
And then looking at Redcar season, obviously it's Cup Semi, playoffs still to be made, and then going back last week, the Pairs win. So it's still lining up for a big end to the season for the Bears.
Yeah, it's looking that way. So Pairs was great for me and Charles, and it'd be nice to get some more silverware for sure.
You mentioned it the other earlier. Obviously, everyone loves the track at Redcar, so still be a job to do. There'll be no mentality off the job's done come that second leg in a fortnight.
Yeah, personally, I think it's the best track in the country, and I think a lot of people would agree with me. So it's always tough as a home track because it's so enjoyable to ride. So yeah, we'll get stuck in and try and get the job done. So.
Well, thanks for explaining. Well done tonight.
Thank you.
So yeah, Lewis obviously really pleased there, probably getting over his I was going to say Kingsland teammate, but unfortunately he's moved on to Sheffield now. It's that merry-go-round time of the season, but fantastic racing again, and we've had great racing all night. I mean, it's fantastic watching you guys trying on that track when it gets as good as it got later in the match.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone was giving it their all out there, especially with the conditions, and they was able to still be a fair bit of passing, which was good for the crowd. And we had a lot of guys here from FIM watching by, so and a few ex-riders. So no, it was good. Some of us had some great races, and we were able to show what we're capable of. And it was good, still good.
Yeah, as I say, been racing night, looking at 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15, and then that's not forgetting about a couple of races early on with Sam as well, winning one on the line. But phenomenal racing, as you say, a big crowd with people going through to Glasgow tomorrow for the GP challenge. But I had a bit of think about it, and we're going for Heat 11, Josh Pickering against Charles Wright for the race of the night, and we'll look at that now.
So Heat 11, we have Josh Pickering on gate 1, Charles Wright gate 2, James Sargent gate 3, and Jason Edwards in gate 4. Charles Wright away well, James Sargent away pretty well. Sargent alongside Wright incredibly. Where's Pickering going to find a line? Pickering going very wide to try and get past his partner. Thundering round the outside line there. Could he possibly make that ground up? Lap and a half to go. Pickering chasing fiercely. too much. Here goes Pickering right round the outside. But it's Wright who gets it. He had to keep it going right to the end. Surely the race is over.
Yeah, the checkered flag went. They've just decided to have another go.
Josh proving he would have won it if it was a 5-lap race.
The riders must just have been enjoying that one that much, Mike. There was no mistake with the flags that time. I'm going to wait for the referee to give me that one, Mike. I think you were fairly confident Wright had it during the race. Josh doing what I've said it every time I always like riders to do when it's close on the line, get on the back wheel and do the fist pumps. Well,
Tell me if I got that wrong there.
I thought it was close, Mike. I thought you'd...
Sorry we didn't pick Heat 12 there, Kye, whether you're finishing that same
right.
place, but we'll get it back
I
there.
don't think I deserve that, but yeah.
No, it's all good. Great racing with Josh, as we said earlier, and we've got to now look forward. As I say, red car thoroughly deserved coming back in it. Only a 4-point lead we take to red car, which will be in 2 weeks' time on the start of September. Yep. Look forward to that.
Yeah, definitely. But we visited there earlier in the season, and we only lost by 6, took a point. So it's still we're not out of it, and we have every right to win as they do. So so I think we can go and we can do it if we all put in a good effort.
Yeah, we can look forward to that with a relaxed state of mind this week, not needing to worry about those playoffs after that fantastic win at Oxford. So Monarchs, we've got that semi-final in 2 weeks' time at Redcar, and the playoffs to look forward to, so watch out for our social media and things like that. We'll be back next week. It's the Armadale Devils against the Bellevue Colts next Friday night as they look to try and kick on from their win last week. So we'll look forward to that next week, and just want to finish by saying, Kye, thanks very much for standing for Graham. It's great to have you. Any last thoughts for the boys and the supporters?
Yeah, no worries. I'm happy to be here. It's good. Thanks to everyone watching by, and hopefully we can keep going and win some more races and get to the top.
Perfect. We'll finish on that. Thanks very much, and bye for now.